Hey everybody, it's Eli here with Metaintro. Today we're going to be talking about the Near Academy platform. Stay tuned for later in the video where I leave a review from 0 to 10. You're not going to want to miss this one. First thing to talk about is what is the Near Academy. The Near Academy is a free and interactive course designed to help you create Web3 dApps on the Near blockchain protocol. This course is designed for Web2 developers to gain some kind of fast entry into the Near protocol. It's only about 45 minutes long, and at the end, you get a certificate for completion, and then it also gives you your Near mainnet account once you complete the course as well. The course itself is super interactive. It takes place in this fictional world set in 2029 where you're a web developer in this meme museum that is in Brazil. And you have to solve all of these kinds of problems. The world is 80% digital now, and these innovations in the early 2020s are, widely adopted, and the Near protocol is the main platform that you'll be using. The course itself is broken down into 8 chapters, so with a total time of about 45 minutes that they estimate you will require to take, it's really not going to take that long for each chapter, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes for each one. In order to give you a better idea of what the learning experience is like, let's actually take a look at it ourselves. So let's dive into the Near platform and I'll kind of go through it myself. Each chapter has a splash page that kind of introduces the beginning of the concept and kind of sets the scene for what you're going to be working through. So it's year 2029. There's this new kind of internet that's running on top of public interoperable blockchains. It's crazy to think about how the perception towards these technologies has been drastically changed, et cetera, et cetera. And then you get into each of the course's chapters. So chapter 1 introduces the concept of the Internet of Value and the Near protocol. And then on the right side, once you get done going through each chapter, they have an exercise that they want you to complete. And then you can fill it out in this kind of log on the right. And then you'll submit your answer. And then you can go on to the next chapter. Chapter 2 covers the key concepts of Web3. Chapter 5, focuses on different kinds of contracts, explaining how to write, compile, and deploy a contract on the Near blockchain. And then chapter 7 and 8, help you build an interface and then kind of move on to the next steps. My personal experience with the Near Academy has been very positive. It's really straightforward. It's really easy to use. I will say that there are some kinds of some mistakes here and there. Like, if you see just right here in chapter 1, they spell the word exchange wrong. So if you're trying to create a professional course, something that you might want to look into is spell checking, even these just like things with the titles on your course chapters. So in conclusion, I really recommend this course. Although there might be some spelling errors, I think that there is a lot of value to the things that you'll learn and the knowledge that you'll gain from something like this. Now that you know some information about what Near Academy is and kind of what the story is behind it, let's dive into the review. First thing I want to talk about is ease of use and navigation. From the perspective of a teacher and also as a student, the Near Academy is really user-friendly and intuitive. The course is clearly structured. It's easy to navigate through the chapters. You find the necessary information. However, I do think there could be some more explicit instructions and tutorials for first-time users. It's really geared for Web 2 developers that already have some experience. So even though it says it's for beginners, it's not really for complete beginners. Probably noticed that there wasn't a Discord on the Near Academy website. There's a Telegram channel, but there's not a Discord where you can go and presumably interact with your peers, ask questions in organized channels. I know some people prefer Telegram, but Discord is really the main platform where a lot of people congregate, especially in the Web3 space, I think. So I definitely think that there is some room for improvement as far as interactivity and engagement with the community. They could add a forum, for sure, a Discord server. Hopefully that gives you a sense of what the Near Academy platform actually looks like, and it kind of prepares you for what your experience will be like if you choose to use this. I really love the storytelling, the narrative that they have, but I definitely think that there is some room for improvement. It's really kind of odd to have a spelling error on chapter 1, title 1 of the very first part of chapter 1. So I think there's some room for improvement for sure. Since we're on the topic of interactivity and engagement, let's talk about assessments and progress tracking. So at the end of each lesson, as you saw, there is a short assessment that they give, but there really isn't any way to kind of track your progress other than you did it or not. There's very limited number of questions, so it's kind of limited on how much you can actually track how far you've come as opposed to I just either did the course or I didn't. You can't see where you started and how much progress you've made as far as how much improvements that you've made. It's because it's really just so short. I mean, the course is only 45 minutes long. Building on this idea of progress tracking, at the end of the Near Academy course, you're supposed to be able to get a certificate as advertised at the beginning. But it actually prompts you to go on to this Near Certified Developer course, which says approximately 2 hours long, and that's at a different URL. It's at a near.university URL. When I clicked on the URL though to enroll, it actually said that the site couldn't be reached. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that part. The last thing I want to talk about before I give my rating are the resources that are available to students of the Near Academy course. So I had mentioned that there is no Discord server, but there is a Telegram server with about 47,000 members, and about 1,500 people were online when I checked it out myself. And then there's also a GitHub that you can check out. It does say that the information there is not necessarily useful for the general public, so I'm not really sure how useful that might be to you, but there are resources available. Let's talk rating. So, of course, super interactive. I love the narrative that they tell, the story that they make up. I love that it's completely free. If you're somebody who wants to just dabble a little bit in Web3 development, this is perfect for you. But if you're somebody who is an absolute beginner, this might not be the best fit for you. So with that into account, and then also you take into account the spelling mistakes that we saw in chapter 1, and then also the link that didn't go anywhere at the end of the course, I'm probably going to have to give this course, the Near Academy course, 6 out of 10. I really think that when you have some simple mistakes that are fixable, like spelling mistakes, I think that really undermines your credibility as an educator. If you've used the Near Academy course, I would love to hear about it. So drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Go follow Metaintro on YouTube at Metaintro. And if you want, you can give me a follow as well on Twitter at Lockfire. I'll see you in the next video.